What's up, everyone? This is Ben Foggins, Media Corner, back again with another AK After Soul review episode for the day. This one's going to be on another film from 2021, which this one, I kind of wanted to get this one done a bit quickly, since I want to focus on other stuff that's coming out. And of course, today, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is out today. I'm going to go and see this today, and I will do a review of that once after I've seen the film. So just stay tuned for that pretty later. So today's review is going to be my review on the 2021 action thriller, and that movie is Copshop. This was directed by Joe Carnahan and stars Gerard Butler, Frank Grillo, and Alexis Louder. And this is basically set in this small town in a police station where we follow these three characters, which involves a hitman played by Gerard Butler, a con artist played by Frank Grillo, and a rookie cop played by Alexis Louder. And what happens is there's this whole big battleground going on in the police station involving these three characters, and it's basically sort of a cat and mouse situation that's going on with these three characters, of what's going on with these characters during this whole battleground in the police station. So that's pretty much the story of Copshop. Now, I never saw a single trailer for this movie because I didn't know what to expect from this one when I first saw the posters for this film. I didn't even know this was going to be a decent or good time watch for this one for an action thriller, because for some action thrillers I usually see nowadays are usually hit or miss for me, but for this one, having Gerard Butler as the main star, I thought this one looked a little bit interesting, since he is kind of fun to watch for any action thrillers he does. But there's a few I enjoy, but there's a few I just don't really tend to enjoy that much. And so, when this movie was playing, I decided to go and see it for the hell of it because I had nothing else really planned during the weekend. So I went to see this on a Sunday in September of last year, and my screening wasn't massively packed or anything. There was quite a few people who had seen this movie alongside with me, and after walking out of this film, I definitely had a good solid time with Copshop. This was a pretty fun, solid action thriller. The three main stars in the film, Gerard Butler, Frank Grillo, and Alexis Louder, they were pretty good. They were pretty good in this movie. And action sequences here in this movie are pretty violently gritty and bloody. There's a few violent gunplays and all that kind of stuff. Although this film doesn't really focus a whole lot of action, because the first few minutes in the film is mostly a build up towards the main story of the film, with this whole big battleground going on in the police station. In which for the first few minutes of that does get pretty much a bit slow and boring, but when it does pick up to the action sequences, they're pretty fun to watch. And there's surprisingly a bit of humor to this film, which I didn't really expect that. I thought there was just going to be quite a few. I did see the trailer before I went to see the film. I did see quite a few, but I didn't expect a whole lot of that. For the crazy amount of humor this one has, with the crazy amount of violent gunplay action sequences. And for a few moments like that, they are pretty funny to watch, with some characters cracking up some jokes once in a while. So, in the end, guys, Copshop, it was a pretty good solid time here. It's a pretty good buddy cop action thriller, and if you're a fan of these kind of buddy cop films or action thrillers, or if you're a fan of Gerard Butler, you may have a good time in this one. And for me, I wouldn't watch this movie over and over again, because this is just a good solid time here. This one I would only watch once in a year, because this one I wouldn't say is the most rewatchable one, and it's definitely not a memorable film, but like I said, it's just a good time here. And if you're a fan of any of these things I've already mentioned, like buddy cop films or action thrillers or Gerard Butler, again, you'll probably have a good time with this one. And if you miss a chance to see this in cinemas, it is available to rent on any app of your choice. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Copshop here. And I'm going to give Copshop 3.5 out of 5. Solid rating for a pretty fun action thriller, but again, it's not one I would say is absolutely memorable enough. And again, I wouldn't watch this movie just over and over again in terms of rewatches. I would just rewatch it once a year, since this is only just a good solid watch. So yeah, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching for my AK After Soul review on Copshop, and let me know what you think of this film if you have seen this already, or if you've just recently seen it. Did you have a blast with this, or was this not really a popcorn treat here? So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more reviews, and as always, this has been Falcons Media Corner signing off.